What is up, everybody? This is me, Motion from Two Dudes and Internet, and I'm back with another video today. And as you can see, this is not a reaction video. Actually, this is kind of like a vlog. I didn't do proper vlogging because I'm still kind of hesitant of coming in front of the camera and talk. Reaction videos are a different thing. So anyways, so as you can see, I'm driving my motorcycle. We are going, as you can see on the map, we are going to this place called Naran. It's a really awesome hill station in Pakistan. If you are inside Pakistan, you of course you know of this place, and if you're not inside Pakistan, you can check it out online. You can plan a trip here. It's a really amazing place and it's a really amazing country. So anyways, our plan for today is to go to, first of all, this area Aptabad. We will spend the night here, then we will get up early in the morning, and then we will go to Naran. Our plan is to stay the night over there, and then from there we are going to this place, Jheel Saif al Muluk. It's a really amazing place. It's a really awesome place. Normal cars can't go there, so after you stop in Naran, you'll have to get a 4x4. But our plan is to go up there on our bikes to experience off-roading, and it will be a really amazing trip. Of course, there are other places to stay in the Naran Valley, like Lalazar Meadows, Pay Meadows. I'm not sure about the name. And of course, Jheel Saif al Muluk, it's an awesome place. Lulusar Lake, that's also close to Naran. Malika Parbat, that's also there. Babusar Pass, this is an awesome place, you should go there. Mana Meadows, Makra Peaks, Batakundi, and of course, River Kunhar. It's a really awesome place, you guys should really go there. So guys, as you know, I love motorcycles, and I do tours on a motorcycle. So, and one of my subscribers suggested to me that you should do vlogging. So I started vlogging now. But as you know, whenever you start something, it's always really bad at the start. But then after a while, it starts getting better. So to record the videos, I bought a mobile holder for my bike's handle. But hey, the first disaster happened. As you can see, the footage is really shaky. It's not very good. So if you want to record videos, I won't suggest these holders for it. Also, as you can see, I'm trying to speed up to try to achieve my maximum speed, and at 80 you can see the mobile is not doing very well. It's very laggy, and because of the wind I was afraid the mobile will just fly away. So at 90, as you can see in my shadow, I'm driving one-handed because I was afraid that the wind would just throw my mobile away. So I was afraid of that. So that was the first disaster. Putting the mobile on the handle didn't work. So all the video will be a little bit, or maybe very shaky from this point on. So after that field experiment, I tied my mobile with some strings. That's the last minute adjustment I could do at that point, because at that point I couldn't do anything else. So we started again, trial number two. So we were going, and the moment we started again, as you can see, I saw some guys up there, and I realized there was an accident over there. And as it turned out, the guy actually, I'm not sure if he slept or something. I just arrived at this point, and it looks like the guy hurt his knee. um, I'm not sure that family is with him, but I asked if he's okay, and he said, yeah, he's okay. There's glass on the road there, and the guy's knee was hurt. So as I stopped here, I was checking up on these guys if they need any help. My friend, which was ahead of me, came back to check up on me. There he is right now. Actually, we run in pairs, and we have some ground rules. The guy that's in the front, if he can't see the other guy in his back mirror for some time, then he has to wait. And after waiting, the guy in the back doesn't show up, he has to turn around and circle back to find the guy if he needs help or if he's okay. So after some more driving, we stopped at this spot, and we were just talking amongst ourselves that safety is the most important thing. Me driving with one hand, that was a bad thing. You guys shouldn't do that. I mean, you should be experienced, but still, it's the wrong thing to do. You shouldn't do that. Okay, the second thing that you should know is whenever you're going on a trip, you should have some protection, because a bike is a really dangerous thing, and it doesn't matter if you hit something or something hits you, you're the one that's going to fall. And the main spots that hit the ground are your elbow, your knees, and your shoulders. So you should have some protection pads. I have protection pads for my elbow and my knees, and I always wear that when I'm going on a trip. My friend doesn't have it, so I asked him to buy some, and in the later trips you'll see that he's also wearing those things. So we kept on driving until it was night, and we kept on driving. We are about to reach Aptabad. So actually, the second disaster happened here, and as you can see, I was driving and I was recording, and I just saw my mobile turning to the right from just the edge of my eyesight, and I just saw it, and my mobile was turning to the right, And the moment I saw it, my mobile was about to fall down because my actually this holder, it's a rubber holder, it goes around my mobile, and the rubber part broke, and my mobile was about to fall down. So I just grabbed my mobile from my left hand, and yeah, that I saved my mobile though, but the holder thing doesn't work.
So this was day 2, and as you can see, it's in the morning 7 a.m. and we're going from Aptabad to Naran, and this road is really beautiful. It's a bit cranky, and at this moment my first holder broke, so I'm only using my second mobile holder, and as you can see, it's the angle is bad. I can't see my meter. I can't see uh, the area, the top of the hills, but it's better than nothing. At this point, it's morning and we're going over there, and we already had, like I said, two disasters back there. Here we had another disaster. The problem was actually it is 22nd May 2021, and last night, actually when we started traveling last night, we heard that on 20th May we heard that the country was not in lockdown anymore and all the restrictions are over. So the moment we heard that, me and my friend planned for this trip, and we just packed everything and we just traveled on our bikes to Naran. But the problem was, but the moment we reached Balakot, there was a police checkpost and they stopped us. And then we realized that actually the lockdown wasn't over yet. The traveling restrictions weren't over yet, and they would be over after 3 days. So we were stuck there, and we that was disaster number three. We didn't knew that, and the roads were closed. So what happened was we waited there for 30 minutes. At that time, I wanted to go back, but my friend wanted to go forward. But the problem was the police wasn't letting us go forward. So we had a choice: either we could go back and try after 3 days, but we couldn't do that because we only had vacations for like 2 days. Then we did something that I'm not really proud of. When the police officers were looking to the other sides, we just ran through the checkpost and we crossed over. But we didn't realize that that wasn't the last checkpost. After that checkpost, there were three more checkposts. And the traveling distance between Aptabad and Naran is about 6 to 7 hours, but it took us almost 12 hours to reach that place because of different checkposts that they weren't letting us through. By the way, I really love this place. I really love these hilly areas and these hilly tracks, the turns of the road. I don't really like straight roads when I'm driving my bike, but I really love these mountainous areas. Um, Riding a bike on touring is not for everyone. Most of the people will just shy away from it, or just they'll I don't know, it's not for everyone. But once you take that bike in those mountainous areas, do these high speed turns and leaning in the corners, and it's just amazing. You have to experience it. Some people just make up their mind that no, it's not good, it's not safe. I know it's not safe, but it is awesome. Driving a car here and driving a bike here, it's two completely different things. And me personally, I like I have said in my previous video, if you watch my videos, you would know that I don't like cars, especially because you're sitting in the back and you don't have anything to do. But on a bike, you're free. So guys, it's about 12 p.m. and we are here at this small spot that's in between Naran. And as you can see, there are the bikes. That's my friend over there. That's his bike. The first one is a Honda 125. The second one is a Yamaha YBR 125, and the third one, my bike in the red. This one is Suzuki 150. And you see that tube? It really helps your butt. So this is a really awesome place. It's in between like a river flowing down, really cold water. So what they did is they have live fish over there in the corner. They serve fish, and what they did is water comes down from there, and they have really cool place. You can remove your shoes and put your feet in the cold water and just sit there and relax and have a bite to eat. It's a really nice place. I was going to record a lot of it, but I couldn't because there were some families over there, and it's not. Most of them don't allow people filming them, so I didn't film them. So I waited for them to go away, and um, I did record some features as a close up of the water. It's a really awesome place. We were there. It was really hot, so we had our feet in the water, and we were just relaxing on the chairs after a long motorcycle ride. It was awesome. So actually, the disaster keeps on continuing, and now we are stuck at another check. Um, Actually, there were five checkposts along the way. On every checkpost, we had to wait like 20-30 minutes. But on this last checkpost, we had to wait 4 hours. Because there was a police station right next to this checkpost, so we couldn't just ran through it like we did the others. So we were kind of stuck here. So we waited and waited and waited and waited and waited a long time for the police officers to change shift. And as you can see, there are a lot of people waiting in line for that to happen, and the moment that happened, we just snuck past them and we were free. And now the awesome touring experience began. This is a really green area. After we crossed the last checkpost, it was really the fun began here. It was really amazing. It was really cold, so we wore our jackets. So if you guys are still watching right now, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna play some music while you guys can enjoy some really awesome scenery over here. So finally, at day 2, at about 7 p.m., we reached Naran main bazaar, and it was an awesome trip so far. But as I said, this is actually a disaster trip, and the disasters keep on getting worse. So the moment we reached here, we asked around. As I told you, we were going to Jheel Saif al Malook. We wanted to take our bikes there, but what we learned actually just broke our spirits, because we learned that after Naran, all the places were shut down. Firstly, because there was heavy snow over there, and there were machines still working to remove the snow and clear the roads. So there was no way we can bring our bikes up there. So there was no way we can go any further than Naran. And then we learned it will take 6 days for the machines to clear the roads. If it was one day or maybe 2 day, we would have stayed here. But there was no way we could have stayed here for 6 days. And so we just, and there was another problem. And another bad thing that happened was, because there was lockdown and everyone was sent away, and me and a few other people were only lucky people who just came through those checkposts. The main Naran bazaar, was completely empty, with 80% shops closed and hotels closed, and there was nothing to do there. So it just broke our spirits, and we decided to go back tomorrow. So it's day 3 and we are coming back from Naran. So the problem what happens is, we started at 8 a.m. and it was raining outside, and we were stupid enough to think that we can go in this rain. So we wore our jackets and our gloves, and we started riding our bikes. But the problem was, after the first 15 minutes, we realized that our gloves and our jackets are not waterproof. We were told they are waterproof, but they were not. Actually, after 20 minutes, all our clothes were wet. When it's raining here, if you can see the top of the mountain, there's snow over there. So it was snowing over there, and the same rain was coming on us, and the rain was really, really cold. After 30 minutes, my fingers started to freeze. It was so cold. So we had to go for about an hour. So we had to drive in that rain, in that chilling rain, and it was not just rain, it was really, really windy. So if your hands are cold and it's really cold wind blowing, you'll realize what I'm talking about. Our hands were almost frozen, and it was really bad. And like I said, the disaster keeps on getting worse. Me personally, I have a high tolerance to heat and cold, so I was still okay. After 1 hour of driving in the rain, we stopped at a restaurant in Kahan, and we were standing in front of the fire warming our hands. And I looked at my friend, and he was just shivering with cold. He, like I said, I had high tolerance. He doesn't. He was actually, he almost died over there. So immediately we had to arrange a room for him and change his clothes to dry clothes. Gave him a heater and a lot of covers. So after 3 hours of staying in that bed in front of that heater, he regained some body heat and he was okay. But that was a complete and utter disaster, us coming back in the rain. A word of caution: if you are traveling, first of all, don't travel in the rain. If you are traveling in the rain, make sure that you have a complete waterproof gear. And if it's summer's rain is still okay, but winter's rain, that is absolutely dangerous. Don't ever try this. Learn from our mistakes. So after that whole ordeal, we came back to Aptabad, and we didn't record anything on day 3. After that, in day 4, so we tried to salvage the trip by going, as my friend had suggested. The guy in front of me, he just suggested there's a waterfall over here. It's called Kurla Lake. It's a really awesome waterfall, and he said it's really amazing. And here where disaster 6 happened, it's not that big of a disaster, but still, we went half an hour drive to go to this waterfall, especially to salvage our disastrous trip. But as it turned out, that waterfall wasn't that great. I mean, you guys will see it in a moment. And this was the waterfall. And also, guys, a word of advice: whenever you go to one of these places, always pick up after you. I saw a lot of garbage over there, so don't do that. Don't destroy nature. Pick up all your garbage with you when you leave. The waterfall, it was just okay. Yeah, but still, like I said, this is the day 4, and we waited a few. We took a watermelon over there. We ate the watermelon, sat in the water. But at that point, what happened to us the previous day? I didn't want to sit in that cold water at all. I was a bit feverish because we were traveling in that really cold water rain for about 1 hour, and I kind of had a fever, so I sat in the water for like 5 minutes, and I that was it for me. I said no, I'm actually going back. So I never would have believed that this would be the best part of my trip. Me sitting in the sunlight at 1 p.m. because I have a fever and I was feeling really cold. And it felt good because what happened to us yesterday, I would have taken on heat than cold any day of the year. And this was the highlight of my trip, and we it was a really disastrous trip, but yeah, it was a fun experience and we learned a lot.